All right, so for Module 2 on the web, what we're going to do is actually get one step closer to having something that looks like this. So this is kind of the final version of what we will have completed if you continue on through Module 3 of web. But what we're going to do for Module 2 is essentially make a next step. So on the assignment, you'll kind of see these screenshots. This is essentially like a step between what we made in Module 1 and what we would kind of finish all the way through if we go through it. Obviously, most of you don't have to do that. So this is what we're going to make for Web 2. You'll see background, kind of pattern and texture, some font decisions that we're going to have to make. We're going to make a button in CSS. We're going to add some links to the bottom. And then we're going to make this header with kind of some clickable links. We'll kind of walk through building out this page. And then what I'll have you do on your own is you'll build out a second page that would essentially function as like kind of a work page or a portfolio page. Now, I'll kind of get you started with some of these videos in that direction. We'll walk through the home page and build it out to look like this. And then I'll get you started on this one and you'll build out essentially just the content areas. So add some images and that sort of thing. So just as a review, we're going to be using brackets again. This was what we had when we left off. We're going to be using all the files that we started to create in Module 1. So use those same files and save over them as you're doing Module 2 here. That's essentially how a website works. You keep kind of layering on different versions on top of the old versions to update and make it better. And you see this on websites all the time. Reminder, HTML and CSS. There's this little live preview, so having Chrome installed is important. This is kind of what we had when we left off. A reminder, this is that live preview, so that's why we're getting that kind of hover bluish effect. But we have this from what we did for Module 1, right? So we're going to make this look something more like this here, like the screenshot, right? So that's kind of what we're working to. Something that I would highly recommend, if you didn't do it for Module 1, I think that's totally okay, but at this point, it's really good to maybe walk through the Make a Website on Codecademy. Now, you don't need to do all of it, but 1, 2, and 3, site structure, a closer look at CSS, and boundaries and space. Those 3 really give you like a little bit more depth in terms of what CSS is and how to select things and do just a little bit more. We're going to be kind of using those concepts, but I'm not going to be walking through like all the definitions and everything you might need to know. It's not a very long tutorial, and it walks you through how to actually type things out. You don't need to pay for anything. You don't need to do the quiz. Just do the little interactive bits. Now that's totally optional. You don't have to turn that in or anything, but it will make the level 2 module go a lot easier because you will have to do some things on your own when you build out the work page.